mercy in him is plentiful redemption.
Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome to our program, Tapping into Psalms Richness. Today, we are going to tap into the richness of the Psalm, Psalm 15. That is the Psalm of the 22nd Sunday in Ordinary Time, Year B. It is a Psalm of entry, a Psalm that is preparing the faithful to enter into the temple of God and communicate with Him and meet Him. It is a psalm that opens the liturgy or our life with God. And this psalm is setting before us a question. Who may abide in your tent, O Lord? And this is the response that is given to us during this Sunday, this 22nd Sunday in Ordinary Time. A response that should be echoing in all our life. It is why it will come many times for us to realize that we are to ask ourselves this crucial question: how to abide in the tent of God, how to approach God, how to get into this relationship with God. And the answer to this question, that is the response, is given by the psalmist. And in fact, he's inviting us to have a clear conscience. It is an invitation for us to live our relationship with God and with others with clear conscience. Then it is an invitation for us to make a decision to have this devoted love and justice and to relate well with the neighbor. We realize that the answer to this question is bringing us back to the center, the principle of the Christianity that has been told to us by Jesus when he summarized all the law and commandment into this double law of love. Love God with all your existence, with all your might, with all your intelligence, with all that you have, and love your neighbor as yourself. We realize that this brings us to not divide or to not put a division between our life and our faith. It is then a call for us to unite both the life and our faith. They become one. Then for it to become one, for them to become one, we need to check if our prayer and our existential commitment are united. Is our prayer nourishing our daily life and our daily life nourishing our prayer? Or do we hold them apart? We go to the temple, we encounter God, and we come out letting what we have done in the temple, in the church, and move out the way we came in, like pouring water on the back of a duck. Is our adoration, our praise united to the social justice? Is our social life expressing our adoration, our praise to God? If not, brothers and sisters, then there is a problem. The psalmist is inviting us to this unity, and Amos in his book, chapter 5, verses 21 and 22 to 22 and 24, is condemning this way of us living. He's saying God is not interested in our sacrifices, in our praises. God is interested in how we live socially, this justice that comes from God. Then the answer to this question, according to the psalmist, is giving us 11 conditions that will help us to enter and dwell on the mountain of God. They are all divided in 3 groups. The first group is the ethical choices that our relationship with God help us to make and to cultivate. The first one is to have this integrity of moral, this moral integrity, so that seeing us as fruits of our relationship with God, they find in us this moral integrity that will avoid me having some behaviors. We have also this call for us to always do what is right, not what is wrong. To have this conscience that pushes us to do what is good. And the third thing in the ethical choices to make is to be sincere. To be sincere to myself and to others. Not just to fake my life and my relationship with others. Jesus will tell us, may your yes be yes and your no be no. How do we make these ethical choices? The second aspect is the duties we are to have. And the first duty to us train ourselves from slander, to avoid anything that harms, that hurts. Mostly we decide and cultivate this hatred, and we sleep and plan, project to harm. Christians, we should not do so. We are also to avoid being seen as the Holy One and others nothing. We judge, we reproach, we accuse, we blame, and we even condemn. The third group is, how do we live in the society? How are we conducting our social life? First is to avoid to reprobate. The second is to have honor to all those who love God. But nowadays we have this, we have this culture that is setting difference between people of God. This is from this church, this one is from the other one, and we are not even able to sit and unite together. The other one is to keep our words. We don't need to swear by God, but our life is we are called to keep our words. Our yes should be yes, our no should be no. And we should avoid usury. We should avoid these things that are making others look or find themselves nothing before us, and we want to use them for our selfishness. And the last one is to avoid corruption. How are we getting into this corruption that has become the culture? Brothers and sisters, the psalmist is just inviting us to this clear conscience that we have tried to explain. Let us invite our sister Veronica to come and sing for us these 11 recommendations for us to prepare ourselves and get into this relationship with God. Welcome, Veronica.
kukungoja wewe, kwa kuwa neno la Bwana lina adili, na kazi yake yote huitenda kwa uaminifu.
Praise Jesus. My name is Veronica Lemain from Our Lady of Fatima Parish, Ongatarungai, and I'm going to sing the Psalms of the 22nd Sunday in Ordinary Time, Year B. And the response is, O Lord, who may abide in your tent? 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 Whoever walks without fault, who does what is just, and speaks the truth from his heart, who does not slander with his tongue, who does not slander with his tongue. O Lord, who may abide in your tent? O Lord, who may abide in your tent? Who does not wrong to a neighbor, who casts no slur on a friend, who looks with scorn on the wicked, but honors those who fear the Lord, but honors those who fear the Lord. O Lord, who may abide in your tent? O Lord, who may abide in your tent? Who lends no money at interest, and accepts no bribes against the innocent, and accepts no bribes against the innocent. Such a one shall never be shaken. Such a one shall never be shaken. O Lord, who may abide in your tent? O Lord, who may abide in your tent? Thank you.
ulivyokungoja wewe, kwa kuwa neno la Bwana lina adili, na kazi yake yote.
Thank you, my sister Veronica, for coming and using your voice to help us understand this call that the psalmist is addressing. The psalmist is giving to us for us to be able to be ready to enter in relationship with God and to express it back in our social life. May God bless you.
In the Lord there is mercy, in Him is plentiful redemption.